going to call the meeting to order. Members present. It seems like everyone is present.
Everybody.
And then community comments. We have any?
None for closed session.
No. And can I get a motion to go into closed session?
Motion to move into closed session.
Second. All in favor?
Wait, no one's
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And aye.
I learned
All right.
something at that conference. You cannot, it is not allowable to say so moved. That is not
We
Yeah.
gotta stop sending you to conferences.
under Robert's rules
That's how
of
we
All right, so what are you supposed to say?
You have to do that.
Now,
You have to make the-
you were at a national conference. You weren't at
Oh,
a
it doesn't apply to
California.
California. Cool.
But that's okay. I'm glad you did it.
I'll go back to my regular.
Who in the world says do?
How would you like us to say it?
No, they just said you
Not
have to
him.
say
He
it.
can't do
All I
that.
know is he moved for us to go,
Yeah,
so let's go.
so let's go. Okay. We're going to call the regular meeting to order. My voice sounds a little raspy because I was in Washington, D.C. and everything happens there. And, is that you? We voted on 3 ECSBA MOUs and 1 VVTA MOU and 1 settlement agreement. And our vote was 5 yays on all of those, 0 noes, and 0 abstentions on the vote. Tyler, are you here? You are. Would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Put your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin.
Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second? Vote?
Aye.
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 Okay, we have a resolution. Carl, you want to speak to the resolution that we have for Teacher Appreciation Week and National Day of the Teacher? And everybody up here is a teacher, basically, including Rosie.
DI. He just taught me something
He teaches us all.
tonight about protocol, so he just taught me.
So, Teacher Appreciation Week's coming up, and it's really a time to honor the invaluable contributions of educators who work and guide, inspire our students every day. May 6th through the 10th, the Victor Valley Junior High School District joins the nation and the Victor Valley Teachers Association in celebrating the National Teacher Appreciation Week. You know, there's no more important element in education than that connection between a teacher and a student. And the work that they do each day is critical and crucial to the success of not only our district, but the community and our society as a whole. Whether it's Teacher Appreciation Week or any other time of the year, please join us in celebrating the immeasurable impact that our teachers make. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees and the district leadership team, thank you to all of our teachers for all that you do. And the next resolution we have is actually our Classified School Employees Appreciation Week. So each year, California salutes the important contributions of our classified school employees during this week. The Victor Valley Union High School District will proudly join CSEA Chapter 243 on May 19th through the 25th as we celebrate this year's theme, Empowering Generations. Classified employees serve numerous key functions, including transporting our students, providing nutrition, cleaning and maintaining our campuses, ensuring the safety of our students and our staff, supporting our teachers in the classroom, and so much more. They're essential to the frontline work that keeps our schools up and running while making a difference in the lives of the students and everyone that they serve. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees and the district leadership team, we encourage the staff members, our students and families at our campuses to recognize the outstanding classified staff during Classified School Employees Week throughout this year. So congratulations. Thank you, guys. And during those weeks, we have things planned for both our Teacher Appreciation Week and Classified, and we look forward to being able to honor that work beyond tonight.
Okay. 4.1. Can I get a motion?
Second.
Vote?
Aye.
Aye. 4.2,
So moved.
Second.
can I get a vote?
Aye.
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 All right, public comments. The first public comment is from the Superintendent's Student Advisory Council report. Tyler Kim.
So it's my honor to be able to introduce Tyler. He is a very, very shy individual who rarely has advice for us how to improve the schools. But no, seriously, Tyler provides valuable insight to the work that we do from the students' perspective, and really helps us get better as a district. So Tyler, thank you for all that you contribute to the group, and thank you for making us better.
Thank you, Mr. Coles. I really appreciate that. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the board. I hope you're doing well this week. My name is Tyler Kim. I'm a 10th grade student at Cobalt Institute of Math and Science. And I'm also a proud member of the Superintendent Student Advisory Committee, along with my 8th grade partner, Aaliyah. However, she was not able to attend this meeting. So, as you know, Dr. Ramoni Yee and Mr. Carl Coles lead us in a once a month session where we talk about our perspective and input on problems around the schools, problems around the district, anything. So they'd like our advice and our opinions and inputs. So it's a wonderful experience, and I'm truly glad to be a part of it. Leading with that, some things we have covered in the last months of April and May include we talked about the district police department, which is a very great accomplishment, and I'm excited to see that. We talked about student and teacher relationships and how they're going to go through teacher empathic training over the summer. This last meeting, we went over leadership training with Dr. Yee, and she led that. We've been talking about safety a lot, so like the metal detectors, what we can do to improve the safety, and things like drug intervention for the students. And also state test incentives, that was a really big topic. And those all went really well. I think most of these are great things that are happening within the school district, and I'm really proud of it. As for Sims, our seniors are graduating on May 20th, and our grad night is on May 17th. We're hosting a prom this Friday at the Diamond Bar. And we had the Todd Sweeney, which was it was a play, and it was very, very great. It went very well, very smoothly, and it was around 3 days of production. Kids, in our opinion, kids have been taking the state test more seriously because of the incentives, so I think that's a really great thing. And then we also have Decision Day and senior awards coming up. So, thank you for your time.
Okay, student comments. Is it Shahim or is it Jackson? And Kinsley Bursell? Basso.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kensley Russell, and this is Shaheem Jackson. We are ASB students from Larea Middle School. We would like to share with you some of our news and upcoming events. State testing began on April 2nd, and we started with the Math CAT and Performance Task. We are finishing the ELA CAT this week, and will start the ELA Performance Task on April 29th. We are currently at 90% completion rate with our math exam. We will be administrating makeup tests the week of April 22nd for those who were absent on their test day. Larea is testing in small groups and monitored by an assigned testing teacher. Most students are taking more than 2 hours to complete one section of the state test.
Larea has been hosting several events to promote our positive behavior on our campus. We held our first ever ever staff versus student basketball game on April 3rd in our newly painted gym, where the staff team took the win.
Did they make you say that?
No, they did. We are also hosting a no tardy challenge to students. Those students that get 0 tardies from April 15th to May 15th will receive PBIS prizes for their efforts on getting to class on time.
Currently, the anger management group is off to a great start with the students learning alternative ways to manage aggression and anger. Coping skills group is in its second week of identifying skills to manage stress, anxiety, and sadness. All groups are full of students eager to learn life skills as the end of the school approaches. The Wellness Center, the Cave, was relocated to a larger room to accommodate the amount of students that access the wellness room daily.
We are gearing up for May as it is Mental Health Awareness Month, and we are looking forward to sharing the importance of stopping the stigma and accessing the support needed. Thank you so much for your time.
Jenna Smith and Heaven. Silverado High School.
Thanks for our hats. Thank you.
Good evening. Good evening, board members, students, teachers, staff, and guests. My name is Genesis Smith. I am the senior class treasurer at Silverado High School and a proud member of our Heritage Program. I am super happy to be here today, and thank you for inviting me.
Hello, student board members. My name is Heavens Villatoro-Serra. I am the senior class president and honored to be invited here this evening.
Heavens and I would like to update you all about some of the amazing things that have been happening at Silverado High School this spring. During the last week of March, we hosted our final Mental Health Week of the year, and with the support of Miss Nyree, Miss Linda, and the Spoken Funk organization, we were able to provide support to over 800 students throughout the week through journaling, poetry, bubble play, and using flowers to express gratitude. It was a refreshing way to end the month. On top of that, about 45 of our students spent a week on the trip of a lifetime at our HBCU tour during spring break, which I was a part of, which I was super happy to go to. If I had a lifetime to talk about that, but we don't have time to talk about that today.
We also held our annual musical festival, Coachella. Last Friday, enjoyed a night of neon fun, good music, great food, and dancing with about 330 students. And we are gearing up for our annual Ironman competition this Friday, where our junior boys will take our senior boys in an epic volleyball tournament.
We are really proud of our spring sports teams, but want to send a congratulatory shout out to our boys tennis team, track and field, and our swimming program, who are currently in the pool swimming their way to the top. And we will all have clinched the first place Desert Sky League titles and will be moving on to playoffs beginning next week.
And some very special recognition to our extensive support needs kids who competed in the annual VIP track and field event at Adelanto High School last week. They ran and jumped and threw and rolled their hearts out. A lot of them placed first place in this event. Thank you to all our teachers and aides for the support, and to Adelanto for hosting such a great event.
Silverado is heading into some of the busiest weeks of the year, and as a senior, I know we are incredibly excited for some of the biggest milestones of our lives. We will be hosting prom at the gorgeous Bauer Museum in Santa Ana on May 4th, facing our fears on the roller coasters at Six Flags on May 17th, and I am sure we will get to see many of your wonderful, beautiful faces at graduation on May 22nd.
We are heading into some of the busiest weeks of the year. But before we get too excited about the end, we are soaking in some of the beautiful memories in our very full schedule of next week. Next Wednesday is our first ever sophomore sand event, where our 10th grader will be competing for the best castle and digging out in some beach volleyball. And then this Thursday, opening night for drama Willy Wonka the musical. We also hope that you would consider joining us at the breakfast of the year on Tuesday, April 30th, which there should be invitations on your desk, as over 800 students are invited to the Hard Work Cafe in recognition of making the honor roll during first semester.
Thank you so much for your time and as always your support. Thank you guys.
Candace Eddington and Katie Eddington, right?
Kind of really am short. Good morning, or good evening, sorry. Lost track of time. Good evening. We are super excited to be here today. We're representing University Prep. I'm Candace Eddington. This is Katie Eddington, my sister. She is a senior as well as a BRAR, and I am a sophomore, and we're here to tell you about what's going on recently in University Prep.
This WASC visit was very successful with the WASC panelists complimenting our staff and students. We were also recognized as a distinguished school, which is a very big honor. The festivals for choir, band, and orchestra highlighted how many talented students we have on campus, as they all placed high on their ratings. They are all practicing for the upcoming concerts in May. Prom was also a huge success, celebrating our seniors under a Disney Tangled theme at the Mitten Building in Redlands. We had a Spirit Week leading up to that. Many juniors also appreciated wearing the jeans and college shirts during their state testing. The Powder Puff game was a nail-biter, with the seniors making a comeback at the very end for the win.
Yay! Speaking about games, Janny Dackman, one of our seniors, broke an all-time record for softball in the state of California on Tuesday, April 16th, when she hit her 61st and 62nd home run. We are planning an Ironman game where the juniors and seniors boys play volleyball against each other, and this will be the last competition before we have to say goodbye to our seniors. Senior panoramic pictures were taken yesterday, reminding us of just how close we are to saying bye to our seniors and how very much they will be missed. This week we have the Addams Family Play. It was today, and it's going to be tomorrow and Thursday at 6 o'clock. And you should come and see our hard work and amazing talents for the Addams Family Play. Our classes and clubs continue to do fundraisers as they have been this whole year, planning to finish out the year and set up for next year. Check out our Facebook page and Instagram page for opportunities to support our clubs and classes.
We are also hosting graduation at the Silverado campus football field May 21st, so you guys should be there.
Thank you for your time and have an amazing evening.
Okay, Lillian Kim and Kara Henry from Hook Junior High.
Oh, well, I guess, thank you. Thank you very much. Rocket. Hey, swag.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Oh, I got my name on it. Thank you.
Look, it's got my name on it. That's sick.
Just in case he forgets.
Just in case I get.
It's the small thing. You guys spelled it right. Thank you. Good job.
That's awesome.
I got close. But the first one wasn't Dennis and Kevin. Yeah, I know. You got two young ladies.
Now you know.
Good afternoon, board members. We are excited to share recent and upcoming events at our wonderful campus, Hook Junior High. As most of you know, it is state testing season, which means Mr. Coles is just as nervous as every student taking the test. Anyways, we know this time isn't the easiest for our students, so our ASB group has planned 3 weeks of mental health centered events and activities for our students.
Our first day was called Just Look Up, and ASB wrote positive messages on index cards and posted it up on the teacher's ceilings. And if you look up, everyone as well. You can see some examples that we put up last weekend. For our second day, we did Color Clarity and invited our students into the NPR to spend their lunch coloring and chatting with friends. We have so many more activities coming up, like Wellness Camp Day in the NPR, where we'll set up tents with different calming activities inside. We also have kind chalk messages on the campus, a table filled with bubbles at lunch, and even making friendship bracelets with the trading station outside.
To celebrate our friendship bracelet activity, which is starting tomorrow, Lily and I have handmade you awesome, amazing bracelets. Unbiased, totally. We hope you all like your bracelets, and you guys now have an interactive visual of how we plan to lift up all of our students during a difficult time.
Besides our wellness weeks, our Wranglers are all excited for our upcoming events in May. For our 8th graders, we have Grad Night Universal Studios trip. Students bought their tickets and are getting excited to go to Universal Studios Hollywood on May 16th to celebrate all their awesome achievements from the last 2 years. Our annual 8th grade promotion is also on May 22nd, and on the same night, we're holding an Alice in Wonderland Down the Rabbit Hole dance.
And we can never forget about our amazing 7th graders. So we're holding another Renaissance Day where we will invite speakers to come and give our students an immersing and fun experience to match with what they've been learning. They will also receive a 7th grade field day with tons of water activities and games for all of them to wind down from a very successful year.
Speaking of accomplishments, we have had many these past few months. Emile Jones, who was first in our spelling bee and competed in the county spelling bee, she finished in top 25. We also had 4 students recognized for their outstanding work in this year's Avid Write-Off. Our robotics team of Miss Messer and 4 students also qualified for the Skills USA competition, and we're very happy for them. Lastly, our sports teams are doing outstanding work, with our girls soccer team winning their game last night at 13-0.
We know all our Wranglers are excited to end this year off strong, and we hope you are just as proud of these activities and students as we are. We hope you have a good evening, and thank you for your time.
Okay, they go for option for youth.
That's my last meeting. Aww.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kyra Simplest. I go to Options for Youth. OFY is excited to bring you the latest updates from Options for Youth Victor Valley. March and April have been a month filled with exciting events and achievements across our campuses. Our students showcased their creativity and problem-solving skills in Engineer and Design Challenge, held at all of our locations. It was inspiring to see their innovative ideas come to life, and we are proud of their participation following the local challenges of our talented students that came together to compete regionally. They demonstrated teamwork, ingenuity, and dedication. Our crew students embarked on a memorable college tour field trip, exploring various campuses and envisioning their future educational paths. It was an enriching experience that opened doors with new possibilities. 2 outstanding Mustangs were recognized and awarded scholarships at the Great High Desert Chamber of Commerce meeting, representing our Options for Youth Mustangs and setting a precedent for the next graduating class to participate in as well. Our environmental champions in the Mustangs Garden Group made a significant impact at the school's 3rd annual Tree Plenish event. Together, they distributed over 200 tree saplings, contributing to the greener, healthy community. This event was such a big success that Mustangs took names for the next year's Tree Plenish event, also working on ways to build partnerships for this event in the future. Career Week was a huge success, featuring and engaging community guest speakers and activities focused on health and wellness. Career Week led up to our 2nd annual Health and Wellness Fair, which will be held tomorrow. And then we have local vendors who are providing valuable resources to our Mustang families. Our ASB students will be participating in a Dash for Disabilities event held on April 27th, which is a 5K run. In partnership with Skate Riot, we hosted a memorable prom event for our students, which I went to. I look like a princess. And then Skate Riot generously offered up gently used dresses, free hairdos, makeup assistance, and photo backdrop opportunities for Mustangs in need of support before prom. It was a heartwarming collaboration that exemplifies the spirit of community and inclusivity. I would also like to add that we raised $2,228.40 for the Light the Night donations. These donations are given to leukemia and lymphoma patients. I would also like to add that we've been raising money for them for a long time. So any event that we do, like we did a Valentine's Day event where we handed out cards, people paid for them, all of that went to these patients. So we've been helping pay for a lot of stuff. We are also looking forward to the rest of the school year to see what our football and softball season will bring. We have our middle schoolers preparing for promotion in junior grad night. Not to mention all of our senior events such as senior socials, senior breakfast, grad night, and graduation that are right around the corner for our class of 2024. Graduation is scheduled for June 3rd. We'll be hosting a spring conference for ASB May 29th. Students will have the opportunity to enjoy fun games and activities while team bonding and celebrating their achievements. We are incredibly proud of our accomplishments, upcoming events, and grateful for the support of our dedicated staff, families, and community partners. Thank you for joining us on our journey and have a great evening, everyone. I would also like to add, I hope to see some of your faces at graduation because I will be there because I'm walking the stage.
Kaya Thomas, Victor Valley High School.
Thank you.
Yes. How are you? Oh, you're nervous. You're doing great. You're doing great. Oh,
Appreciate that. So that's what big everybody. Thank you so much. Hey, the rabbits always do it right,
it's beautiful.
I gotta drink more water. Well, Gator mostly got to make our names. I also want to take ours on after that.
I got a bracelet. I got a bracelet.
Yeah. It's because we all got one, so we don't grab the wrong one now in meetings.
I am so mixed up. 30 years. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening.
And they spelled it right.
That's on the weekend.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very
Good
much.
evening, ladies and gentlemen of the board. My name is Kayla Thomas, Victor's ASB president. We are delighted to report the successful completion of our state testing in math, English, and science, marking a significant achievement attributable to our fellow students and staff dedication. Our students are excited about the testing incentives this year, which have significantly boosted motivation and engagement. Given the positive impact of these Given the positive impact of these initiatives, we hope the board and district will continue these incentives for incentives for the future. The incredible drama program, spearheaded by the exceptional Miss Nocera, has once again surpassed expectations with the spring musical Mean Girls. Our school community embraced the spirit by wearing pink on Wednesdays for months leading up to the performance, creating a buzz that certainly paid off. The show did not disappoint, captivating audiences with its energy, talent, and production quality. A heartfelt thank you to everyone who attended the show. Your support means the world to us, and please know your presence was deeply appreciated and did not go unnoticed. The Career Center at our school managed by Miss Lillard, recently hosted one of the most successful college fairs. The event saw an impressive turnout of colleges and universities, each bringing a wealth of information and resources to assist us in planning our future post-graduation. Miss Lillard's dedication and effort in organizing this event was amazing. Her hard work provided an invaluable opportunity for all of us at Victor Valley High to explore many pathways for our life after high school. A huge thank you to Ms. Lillard for her commitment to our education and future success. Last Friday was truly unforgettable at our very own version of Coachella, also known as Jackchella.
Our ASB team outdid themselves, organizing an incredible event that allowed us to gather and have a fantastic time with our fellow classmates. The atmosphere was electric, filled with joy and memories, making it a night to remember. Kudos to the ASB for putting together such a successful event that brought our school community closer in such a fun and unique way. It was a perfect example of the amazing spirit and unity of our student body. We are thrilled to announce that Jarrell Wright has won the RIMS Avid Scholarship, which will earn him $1,500 towards his college tuition. Jarrell is an exceptional young man whose dedication and hard work has truly paid off. His potential is boundless, and we are confident he will achieve remarkable things in his future. Victor Valley High School CTE Medical received the Silver Award in the chapter of excellence. This prestigious recognition is a testament to the unwavering dedication and hard work of our Skills USA students and their advisor, Ms. Shaw. It highlights the exceptional range of activities and initiatives that distinguish our medical students. Ms. Shaw is an extraordinary advisor who gives above and beyond for all her students. Words cannot fully express our appreciation for her commitment and the significant impact she has on our program. We hope you will join us at our Senior Awards Night on Thursday, May 23rd, p.m. at High Desert Church. On behalf of Victor Valley High School, I would like to thank you all for continued support. Have an amazing night.
Okay, guideline for community comments.
If you wish to address the board on any topic, including any item on the agenda, please submit your comments to the board president by completing a request to address the board card prior to the meeting and submitting it to the assistant to the superintendent. The president will recognize those who desire to speak, either during the public comment section of the agenda or before a particular agenda item. Each speaker should move quickly to the microphone and announce your name before beginning your presentation. Meetings are taped for later transcription. Each speaker is allocated a maximum of 3 minutes. The president may choose to limit each topic to 10 to no more than 20 minutes if substantial numbers of people wish to address the board on one topic. Testimony should be brief and to the point. Speakers should not repeat testimony already presented. Board action may not legally be taken on any item not specifically listed on the agenda. The board may ask that such items be placed on the next agenda for consideration. Testimony is not protected from damage claims for slander. Public charges or allegations may result in legal action being brought by those individuals. The board values constructive community comments and suggestions. It welcomes your participation in the democratic process.
Okay, the first speaker, Janita Moore. Is it Moore?
The kids are more prepared than I am. Good afternoon. Can you hear me? Good afternoon, Board President Barbara Dew, Superintendent Carl Coles, esteemed members of the board and the community. My name is Jonita Moore, and I am your California School Board Association Region 16 PACER. A PACER is a public affairs and community engagement representative, which means I help establish communication between you and CSBA, you and your legislators, you and other districts, and just to help you with your advocacy efforts. I serve all of San Bernardino County and all of Inyo County, so I do have a lot of districts to cover, but it was my pleasure to come up here, not only to say hello and introduce myself, but to congratulate you on your California Distinguished School for University Prep. I thought that was amazing. I sent you all an email. I wanted to be the first to congratulate you as soon as the press release came out, but I hadn't had a chance to come up here and formally congratulate you. Now, I have been to a couple of other boards to tell them congratulations as well, and I know you're going to say that you don't have any parts of that, but I was an educator for 10 years, and so I recognize how important it is to have your support when we are at a school site trying to enforce a policy and a legacy of excellence. So thank you on behalf of CSBA, thank you on behalf of your community, if no one's told you. Thank you all for working together and for advocating for your students and for the greater community, and congratulations.
And by the way, a CSBA PACER actually helps all the districts, all 33 districts within San Bernardino County. And what they do is they help them with anything that they need in order to understand how things work within schools. You know, so if we wanted to have, for instance, a class on certain things, she could probably get that done for us, help us get that done. But she works with CSBA, which is California School Board Association. And all of the counties have a pacer. And she is our pacer.
And I always pay for lunch.
Yeah. For sure. All right, and then let's see, Ryan, what are you doing here? Does everybody know Ryan?
Well, good
He's
evening.
Our county guy.
Yeah, good evening, President Doom, members of the board, Superintendent Coles. I too am here to formally congratulate you on University Prep being named a distinguished school in the state of California. I actually was at University Prep today. I got to be a part of the senior presentations and listen in on several of those, along with so many other community members. And I tell you, you're doing such a great job there and at all your other schools in the Victor Valley, and just wanted to come out here to say formally congratulations on what you're doing, not only at University Prep, but all the schools. And if I can be of any help at the county level, please let me know. But nice to see you all, and congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wow. Jessica Duncan. Bell, right? Jessica?
Hello, everyone. My name is Jessica Duran Bell. I have a son named Philip Torres who goes to Hook Junior High. He's in 8th grade. He has severe hemophilia A, which is a bleeding disorder. I came here because I have reached the chain of command about the district nurse. She is very rude and belittling. I understand that my son has a bleeding disorder and it's not very common. We did talk about it on the phone because Philip does require a care plan at school in the event of an emergency. While I was on the phone with her, she was very condescending. She was very rude. She was telling me that because she's an RN and I'm a medical assistant, she has a lot more knowledge and she knows more about portacaths than I do because my son does have a portacath placed in his chest. I did let her know that I've been dealing with Philip's condition for 14 years, so I'm a little more knowledgeable about my son's particular case than she is. So she was upset with me and told me that she will go to my son's school that Monday and pull him out of class to search his body for bruises and to make sure he doesn't have a portacath infection. I let her know that he did not have a portacath infection and she does not have to search his body or his portacath. She argued with me and told me that is part of her scope of practice and that's part of her job to check his portacath. I told her Philip would feel very uncomfortable because he's a 14-year-old boy and, she's a young woman. So Philip is very insecure of his portacath because it is placed in his chest. I did keep Philip home from school that Monday because he had anxiety about going to school. She also said she was going to call my son's hematologist to figure out what me and Miss Edith, which is the school nurse, talked about because she was not included. And I asked her not to do that because we already had a plan in place. She went behind my back, called the hematologist, and told the hematologist that Miss Edith is not considered a nurse. She's a healthcare technician, and that she is the only nurse involved in Philip's care. Since then, she has had 2 girls written up from the hospital because she lied to them and said that she had a form signed for her to release information. For them to release information to her. I never signed that form, and I have asked her to show me a copy of it. She has not done it. I went and made a formal complaint about her. I've asked for copies of that formal complaint. I don't have that copy yet. I did have a meeting with Dr. Yee and some more people from the board. I did ask for the superintendent to be there, and I still haven't even had an email back from the superintendent. I'm I don't know if he knows about the severity of it. My son will be going to Silverado High School next year. He does have a lot of anxiety about his care because she's the only school nurse. I mean, she's the only district nurse. The school nurses are fantastic, but it's just this district nurse where Philip does not want to be in the school district anymore because he has fear that she's going to pop up and make him show her his portacat. She is, I do have a lot of complaints about her going back and forth to my son's hematologist because, like I said, she did call twice. And I did get an email. My son can no longer be seen there anymore because they said that the Victor Valley School District is too much drama and they don't want to deal with them anymore. So I was forced to now take my son to Loma Linda Hospital instead of his CIBD clinic in Orange County where he feels comfortable. So I just wanted to bring this to your guys' attention to let you know what kind of district nurse you have. Her supervisor, Miss Tiffany, she was helpful on the phone. It did seem like she wanted to kind of back up Judith or Judy, but she was understanding towards the end. But my only issue is with the district nurse because she also belittles not only me. I know there's 2 other moms who have children that have hemophilia that they actually left the school district because of this school nurse. So I don't want to have to leave the school district. I do like the district. I feel like Philip, he's missed a lot of school because of his condition, but he really likes the school. He really loves Mr. Cerna, and he loves his counselor and his school nurse. So I don't want to have to pull him away from the district. And he is making friends here, but I don't know what else to do about my son. He, like I said, he does have anxiety about going to Silverado next year because of the school nurse. I mean, of the district nurse. So I do want to know what we can do so that we can all be on the same page. I have asked for her not to be in my son's care, but she's going to be in charge of his care plan because she's the district nurse. So ultimately, I do want something done, and I do want a complaint in her file if possible, because I feel like I'm not the only person she's talked to like this, and I feel like I'm not going to be the last one. She's very condescending, she's very mean, and she's very rude. So thank you for hearing me, and I'm sorry that I have to bring this issue up to everyone else. I just feel like I'm not being heard, and I know if I'm not being heard, my son's not going to be heard. And other parents, they're too scared to go to the district because she feels like she's bullying us. And I have to step up because I can't deal with 4 more years of this lady bullying me or making my son have anxiety about going to school when he should feel safe. She's very against calling 911 if my son gets hurt. She wants the school nurse to call her first instead of calling 911. My son could be dead by then. We were told when he was born, if he gets hit hard enough in the head, he will have 5 minutes to live with his medication. My fear as a parent is, what if he gets hit in the head at school and the school nurse has to call the district nurse before they call 911? That doesn't seem like it's fair. When she did her care plan, it looked like something she got off of Google. It was not specialized for Philip or individualized to hemophilia A. It also talks about hemophilia B in there, which Philip does not have hemophilia B. He's a severe case of hemophilia A. But thank you for your time, and I hope we can come to an agreement on everything for Philip.
Thank you for your time. We'll be in contact next week. Okay.
Okay, Reed Bartlett, excuse me.
Oh, Reed, long time no see.
Oh, Reed. Oh, okay.
Good evening. I'm Reed Bartlett. I'm a teacher at Silverado High School. I wanted to talk to the members of the board regarding a proposal to designate our district as a rural district so we could revert to earlier school times. I think that doing so would be a mistake and it would be harmful to our students. I've told many people that I prefer the late start time because it works better for me. However, that's not what's important. What's important is that it's good for the students. I've read numerous studies, as I assume you also have. I've not seen one study that says late start times are bad for kids. They unanimously say that late start times are better for kids. Some of the noted benefits of delayed start times include increased attendance rates, decrease in disciplinary action, decrease in student-involved car accidents, increase in student GPA, increase in state assessment scores, increase in college admissions test scores, increase in student attention, decrease in student sleeping during class, increase in quality of student and family interaction. I've heard many staff members who do not like the current late start times, but in all cases, it's related to the inconveniences that it causes them. I understand those inconveniences. I've experienced them myself. However, I've heard Mr. Cole state on numerous occasions that we are here for the students. With that in mind, I think it's imperative that we think of the well-being of the students and keep our current start times, which I think are better for the students. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, bargaining unit reports. VVTA report.
Good evening, Board, Cabinet. My name is Mike Mayo. I'm Victor Valley Teachers Association President. All right, first topic. Let's talk about NSBA. I appreciate being invited to NSBA and being able to be there also with my CSCA counterpart, Tanya. And being able to spend some time with the board. Well, 4 of the board members, we missed you, Barbara, I'm sorry.
Well, I was in Washington.
Oh, yeah, I know. You were too busy doing all that stuff. You're always too busy in Washington. Yeah. It's either Washington, Sacramento, who knows? You're all over the place. The topic that we have here is heritage and legacy. It was a pleasure being with all of you in attendance. Undeniably, I think that the presentation that our district gave was my favorite part, and I'm not saying that in a biased way. I really don't think I am, because I can actually use data to confirm that ours was probably better than the rest. And I'm not trying to pick on all the rest, it's just that we used data itself to try to say we can unapologetically target certain portions of our demographics, and if we notice that there needs to be some more resources, there needs to be more help, we can unapologetically do that. We follow the resources, we look for the results, and I appreciated that conversation a great deal. I also recognize that we are probably set apart from most districts. We are unusual in that, at least at this moment in time, if we were to take a snapshot of where we are as a district and us as an association, along with our brothers and sisters in CSCA Chapter 243, that we are in a pretty good position to actually make great changes, and I'm glad to see that we're actually moving in those directions. So thank you for that. It became obvious to me that we really are in a very distinct position when others were asking questions afterward, like, how can you guys do that? Or how is this even possible? And it does require a lot of motivation and strength from multiple partners. If we don't have everybody pushing for specifically access to equity issues and being serious about it, then it's not going to happen. And now that we have heritage and legacy moving on, and it expands, where it started off in Adelanto High School, my hope is that it continues to move in that direction. And we'll see more positive results. Again, we'll look at the data, and we'll discover how successful we are. All right, I would also like to give a shout out specifically to Dr. Lika Jackson-Jarrell, Dr. Ramona Yee, Carl Coles. You did a fine job representing Victor Valley Union High School District, and I appreciate what you guys are doing. Okay, possible school changes as far as schedules are concerned. I did, because based on the request of the district, specifically Dr. Yee, put feelers out on where we wanted to see we were going to go as far as schedules with the district. I thank Reed, oh, he's gone. I thank Reed Bartlett for coming up here to share his opinion, and I have the opinion of a lot of the other members that I put into a survey, and that hopefully you guys will have a chance to look at and then try to determine what you want to do with those things. I also shared the VVTA survey. After I shared the VVTA survey, I know that Dr. Yee, she shared some options with me. And so I appreciate that. With one of the options, of course, costing an awful lot of money, obviously we don't want to go that route probably, but at the same time we want to make sure we're serving the students as best we can. Now I put out another survey out for development days. So the professional development days and what they might look like, getting opinions from our members. Some of the biggest things that they are interested in is student motivation and trying to spend some time within their actual grade level stuff. So working on curriculum, even if it's coming from multiple sites. And those are some of the biggest things. And I understand the student motivation part. It's very difficult sometimes. And this is where I'm going to bring up a point overall in the district that I have noticed coming from my membership, and it would be wrong of me if I don't mention it. And that's with cell phones. I do see cell phones as a big barrier. Now, cell phones can be used effectively in classrooms. The issue, and I've even seen some English teachers even at Silverado High School, where they're able to effectively use it. But even when I was observing that, it's so easy for them to go into something and then they sidetrack themselves with a video or something on TikTok or something extremely quickly. And so if we're really focused on A through G and making sure that they understand how to learn the skills we're trying to teach them, I see cell phones as mostly a barrier. I'm not saying that it has to stay that way. I'm just saying that I see it as an issue that many of our members, and myself included, recognize. It's very difficult to work around that, and so I'm hoping that we can have conversations as to how we can address that. All right, I look forward to hearing about our community school grant. It should be coming within about 2 weeks. We'll find out whether or not we got the grant money. Hopefully the grant goes through, and then we can start moving forward with some plans. Let's see. Our retirees. We have our retirees. I've already wished them luck. We actually are celebrating with a dinner tomorrow night. And I want to say a special thank you to two of them. That's Jennifer Lovelace and Jeff Voigt. These are our outgoing... Yeah, sorry they're not here tonight. They're starting retirement early. So they're our outgoing first vice president and our secretary. Jennifer Longera is here, second vice president. She is our outgoing second vice president, and she was elected as our first vice president, so she's stepping up. Thank you, Jennifer. All right, I want to thank Larry Brunson for the special education task force meetings that we've been having. Some really good conversations. Some of them get a little heated, and that's okay. It's because we're airing everything out. We need to. It's really important. So let's go ahead and hear it, the good, the bad, the ugly. All of it. Shanti Milton, thank you so much. We were able to discuss the budget, and if I had one word to describe what I saw in the budget and our discussion of the budget, it's honest. It is honest. And so we look at it, we observe it, and there are certain things that we have to admit to each other. This is where we are in the district. This is where our association stands. This is where CSCA stands, and moving on from there, I think is very important. Those conversations have to keep happening. I'm going to go ahead and thank the administration at Victor Valley High School, because there's been some things going on at Victor Valley High School that have been difficult to deal with, and I believe for the most part the admin services is an example. It's exemplary for how they handle situations, difficult situations, but they do it from a human perspective. They treat, well, at least in this case, they treat a member like a human being. And I'm also going to thank Mike Williford for doing the same. And for Teacher Appreciation Day coming up, I want to give a shout out to all the teachers that we have in our membership. The work that we do is not easy sometimes, and but it is rewarding in its own way. And I appreciate the board who advocates for the teachers that we have in this district. So thank you very much. I want to give, how can I forget? So CSCA, Chapter 243, they are looking resplendent in their blue today. And so I love to see it. Our brothers and sisters in their association, I really appreciate them and all the hard work that they do. It really would be, I mean, what are we going to do when we have people, you know, I was talking to someone, I was talking to Jennifer earlier, it's like, you know, we need printer ink or whatever. It's like, well, who's going to help us get that stuff? You know, we're not the ones who are rushing off to the store right away to try to get ourselves, hopefully, let the district pay for it. And so we rely on CSEA for so many of the services. If we want to keep our tech running, guess what? We need CSEA. If we want to have classrooms that are clean, we need CSEA. If we want to have aides in the classroom to help us out when we're dealing with students, we need CSEA. We need CSEA for all these things. So we also appreciate everything that you do for the district and for the students that we serve. And finally, there is one more point to have to make. I do think that it is important that we continue to move. When we have issues, we try to deal with them at the lowest level possible. It's not a good idea to jump directly to superintendent or board members. We usually try to work our way up. Well, it's the same thing with our association. If we do have members who, let's say there's a complaint. I mean, there could be a complaint out there right now against me. I don't know. Knowing me, it might be. But let's say that there is a complaint. If there is a complaint, then try to take it down to the lowest level. You bring it right back to us, because what I have seen recently, and just as a reminder to administration, that it's better to have the members try to deal with the issue before the administration has to deal with it. And honestly, why do you want another headache? I mean, if we can actually take care of it before it comes to you, well, let's just save the time. Cut out the middleman or woman or non-binary. And then we don't have to worry about it. All right? So thank you very much. Everybody have a good night.
Okay, CSEA. They're not here? Who is that?
You see, I dragged them all with me today.
Tanya, they have to be here because you're resplendent in blue.
Yes.
I dragged them all here.
You
Just
guys
hold
have
on.
blue on today.
Good evening, board members, superintendent, and cabinet. I'm Tanya Martin, CSEA president. I'm joined tonight by my CSEA executive board. We finished our monthly chapter meeting, and I brought them along with me. So each of these ladies play a pivotal role in the support and dedication and empowers the collective endeavors of our union. I couldn't do it without them. So I just want to say thank you to them. Thank you to Mike for making us spend money in our budget to make sure that
Why
we
don't
had
you
nice
introduce
jerseys.
them to us?
I always give them a hard time because they wanted jerseys, and so we finally got them a couple. Now we want a cup. so just know, next meeting you'll probably see them walk in with their blue jerseys and their blue cups because they were texting me like they need a cup now.
Tanya, introduce them, will you?
So we have Stephanie Felix.
Raise
All
your
right.
hand.
So first we're going to start with Danica Williams, first vice president. Stephanie Felix, second vice president. Then we have LaTanya Myers. I always call her Martin because I say Tanya. She's our treasurer. She handles the money. So I told them they have to beg her to release the funds. Then we have Selena Adair, who's our communication officer, and Jamie Garcia, who is our secretary. And we still have like 3 more that aren't here tonight. But I appreciate them. Without them, there would be no me. They hold me together and tell me when I'm not. Like Mike, I like to reflect on our recent trips with the board. It's been very enlightening. We get to sit down, have meals together, see their perspective, them see our perspective, and actually break bread together. So it's good. They get to get a glimpse into it. Classified, me and Mike and some of his team. This time it was just me and Mike that went. The last time we were able to bring someone along with us. So it's nice to be able to bring someone else along. Last time Danica Williams was able to go with us with the board to Washington. So it's nice to be able to bring the leadership along so they can also meet the board members and see your perspective, and you can hear their perspective of what's going on in the union. So we really appreciate the collaboration that you guys are doing with us. It doesn't go unnoticed. I also would like to echo the statement of Mike with the amazing presentation of the heritage and legacy. You can tell that we're doing something different. They were asking a lot of questions. Usually we're in the audience watching others, and this time they were watching us. With just the amazement that we all got along. They were like, well, how do you get to your unions? And how do you get to your, and they're like, we're here. And they're like, how do you get to your board? And they're like, they're all there except one. So it was nice for them to see that we're all collaborating and talking and traveling together and able to just talk mutually and not have any friction. It's a good thing to see. On another note, we've been doing negotiations and they've been going pretty good. We're kind of like chugging along now. We did a classification study and we're having to dig a little deeper in the study. So our negotiations have like slowed down, but we're still moving forward and collaborating and being able to do good things. With the time change, we have not surveyed our members, but we have, as a leadership, talked about it. I think for a lot of classified employees, they would like to go to an earlier start because they don't like to be here at night. They're doing the extracurricular activities. But like I said, as a whole, we've talked about it as a leadership. We have not surveyed our members. Mike, you're always one step ahead of me. He may have had a little bit more information than I did because they were like, I heard VVTA got a survey. I'm like, I didn't know we were that far to be doing surveys, but okay, I just got kind of like we're going and we may. And so, Mike, you're always getting me smacked on the hand. I think Stephanie smacked me yesterday like, oh, they did a survey. I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't know we were that far. So we haven't done a survey, but we have talked about it as a leadership team. All girls team, so it's amazing. We have all ladies, and we're always asking for a man to go, but we do have girl power. I talked about the negotiations. I just want to again say I appreciate the support of the board, the superintendents, just working and collaborating. It's like a breath of fresh air. We're getting answers. We also appreciate the board and the superintendents helping support our classified employee week that we have coming up, and the one last year. We really appreciate the support and collaboration, and we hope that it continues. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Okay, consent items. Can I get a motion to approve 7.2 to 10.1?
So moved.
Second, discussion? Any discussion? All right, vote?
Aye.
Aye. All right, the next one. 10.1, can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second,
Second.
okay, discussion? Okay, vote?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. 11.1, can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second,
Second.
discussion? You want to speak to that one?
Yes, so this is a resolution that we are asking the board to approve, which gives the district authorization to join the joint community facilities agreement with Adelanto Elementary School District for Community Facilities District Number 5. So this will be the development of the West Creek project, which is a large residential project in the city of Victorville. This project was started back in 2006. It's expected to have over 1,500 residential units upon completion. Due to the Great Recession, a couple years after it was started, the project stopped and became dormant for many years. The land has now been purchased by a new developer, and as part of that, they are modifying the community facilities agreement, and so we are asking for permission from the board to enter into that agreement. This will benefit the district because we will receive proceeds from this development, and those proceeds will go toward our facilities, future facilities projects.
Okay, any discussion? All right, vote?
So moved. Aye.
Have we already done that? Aye. I didn't know we took the thing. Aye, yes.
Vote.
Okay, yes.
Okay. Did everybody vote?
Yes. Aye.
Okay, 12.1,
So moved. Second.
okay, discussion? Moni, did you want to discuss this?
Yes, so we want to thank Dave Bertelson and his team. He's been working closely with principals and their site administration, really to look at ways in which we can update our old camera systems at each of our sites. A committee was actually convened to really look at different companies that have that system, and then at the very end, they did select Verkada. What's nice about this system is, I mean, it is state of the art. I mean, it's going to be able to do a lot of things and store things over a long period of time that our current system cannot. Also, too, at Silverado High School and La Brea Middle School, we do have that system. Silverado a little bit in some places, but definitely at La Brea for all of their systems need, and it has been working out beautifully. So we are looking at purchasing over 600 of these cameras to do a district-wide purchase. And then it comes with all of the warranties and guarantees that I know, Mr. Barrios, you always inquire about, and the licensing for the next 10 years. So what's nice also, too, is it will be funded out of one-time funds, ESTER 3, and we had to figure out a way to kind of approved by the state, because it kind of has to be somewhat COVID-related, so really under the umbrella of contact tracing. But we wanted to let you know that the CDE did approve that application, and we are able to use our ESSER 3 funding for that. And it's a great way to use one-time funds.
Oh, yes, I think it is actually perfect, because it's something we need nowadays. I mean, not just from outer space, but down here on Earth as well. Okay, vote?
Aye.
Aye. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Well, do we currently have fewer or more than 600 cameras? Because
Currently, you know
will
what?
we be getting more cameras with this
Yes,
purchase?
because what we did was we surveyed, we had the company come out and look at our sites and added additional ones in places where currently we don't have a camera for, to really help with observations and students and investigations and things like that.
That part I'm glad about,
Yeah.
because
Know where the blind
there's
spots are.
areas
Yes.
where
Absolutely.
Silverado and even probably the Adelanto is
Yeah.
really blind, yeah. Areas there, yeah. Okay, ready? Vote?
Aye.
Aye. We want that. 12.2. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, discussion? Ramoni, is there anything else with this?
You know what, we really covered a lot of it in closed session earlier.
Okay.
And really, it's just first step for us to kind of just explore.
To do the rural part?
To do the rural
Add
designation.
it in, yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
We do meet the
And I
cri-
know that once we okay this, I will pass this around to everybody for them to sign. Okay. The signature
Sure.
as well.
Just gives us an opportunity to explore, you know.
Okay.
Some of our schools are a little bit later than before,
Than
and how
before,
it might
yeah.
impede and impact our students and their safety as well, too. So this is the first step to being able to kind of explore what that option might look like for us.
And
Well, he's
we do
right.
appreciate both Mike and Tanya
Correct.
surveying their people and stuff like that, give us input.
Yeah.
Because that's
Oh,
very
yeah.
important for us.
That's how you find out where they are. Tanya didn't do hers yet,
I
right?
didn't. Well, they didn't even tell me it was like that. They're like,
Oh, they did do it.
Mike can help you
always
out.
like one up.
No, he's just one up on you.
I
We
think
do
the-
appreciate the
All
input.
right.
I think that just to kind of just as a reminder to everybody about what the late start was is middle school's at the start at 8. High school's at the start at 8:30. Right, that's what the law says. But because we transport so many students, right, we got 2 of our schools that start at 9:30. So the intent was never to start the schools at 9:30, getting close to 10 o'clock, and schools to get out at this time. The intent of the law still, even though I still don't understand how this law passed, because I think every school district in the state opposed it, and I'm like, that's politics, I guess. In
It
Sacramento
had to
world.
do with politics.
Yeah, but it really is
He's
the
running for
mindset about
Congress now.
8:30 is the law for the start time, and 8, for middle school, and because we have transport
Nobody
so many
would.
students, we're about an hour past for 2 of our schools, just to kind of bring it back into a context of what it was really designed to do, so.
Right. Right. Okay, and vote?
Aye.
Aye. All right, action item, human resource. 13.1.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
discussion, anything, Mike?
I gave you guys an update on some of the things I think you might have
okay,
questions on.
all right.
If there's any other questions, let me know. We can kind of talk about it. But
Any other questions, guys? All right, vote.
Aye.
Aye. 13.2. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second?
I'll second it. You can second your turn.
Discussion? And I think we discussed that too as
Yeah.
well, right?
Yes, we did.
All right. And vote?
Aye.
Aye. 13.3. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, discussion? Okay, vote?
Aye.
13.4.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? And vote?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Legal pupil personnel issues. Expulsion. 14.1. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? Okay, vote?
Aye.
Aye. 14.2.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? Okay, vote?
Aye.
Aye. 14.3.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? Vote?
Aye.
Aye. 14.4.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? Vote?
Aye.
Aye. 14.5.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
There you go.
Discussion? Vote?
Aye.
Aye.
Information, discussion, conference requests. 15.2, education study, trip requests. 14, staff reports, business services division.
Okay, good evening. So just as our students, almost every one of them mentioned when they came up to speak, you know, we're just in a really busy time of year, our division as well as every other one. And so I just want to just thank my staff for all of the hard work that they're doing to go ahead and finish this school year strong, close out this school year, and we're already in the mode where we're getting ready to ramp up for next school year. So other than that, I really don't have anything significant to report from the division at this time.
Okay. All right. Educational services.
All right, good evening, everyone. I want to echo kind of what the students were talking about with just testing. I just want to thank our students and our families and our staff for really supporting the efforts. I think our kids, like you said, are taking it a little bit more seriously. I guess it does help to dangle that carrot in front of them, but I think importantly too, I think it's also the teaching and learning that's happening in the classroom. So I just want to appreciate all of our teachers for the work that they're doing to support that. And then also too, just like Shantae said, it is a busy time of the year. You're kind of straddling, like trying to finish off this year, planning for next year. But what we don't want is to lose focus on the precious time we have now to really continue the important work, and that is try to get every student there as possible to graduate, walk across the stage, and also be A through G. So I want to thank the principals especially, and Carol Cronk for really working on that and really monitoring that data and supporting where we need to support. And then our counselors as well too. It is through their work. Right now is a busy season for them as well. So I want to thank both sides of the union, Mike Mayo and Tanya also. Not only it was nice to hang out with you guys and NSBA, but just for all your support and collaboration just throughout this year. It really is such a nice symbiotic kind of relationship that I think we all have, and I think we're moving the needle forward, and I can't wait to see what next year brings as well too. So thank you both for your support. And then just appreciation to our classified and teachers for their May Appreciation Week. So we look forward to celebrating that with them. And then again, UP Distinguished School. I mean, can't say enough about how proud we are of our students and our staff over there and our administration. So congratulations to them. Things are rocking and rolling, so we're going to continue to do good. Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Human resource?
I would like to thank our sites for their support with our district office field trip. It was kind of a while ago now. It was like almost a month ago. But the sites who helped with the district office field trip was amazing. So thank you guys for sites for taking care of that, and for the district office for participating. It was, I think, a really eye-opening for us. Also, we currently only have roughly 5 classified positions and 7 teacher vacancies for the 24-25 school year. So we're actually looking to be fully staffed by June 1st of this year for next year. So we won't be going out there and having to hopefully have a lot over the summer vacation time. I'd like to thank Tamara Holes, Danica Williams, Danielle Nichols, Darlene Rainwater, and Christina Smith for making that happen to make sure that we are pretty much fully staffed already. Also, too, so we're also already screening and hiring for our summer program as well. So we're already getting that off the ground as well. So we're hoping to have those hopefully filled by May 1st. I'd also like to thank both CSCA and VVTA for the continued collaboration and through negotiations and problem solving to help ensure that we do what's right for our staff and students. So I appreciate you both for that. So other than that, just want to wish everybody a great rest of the week, and hopefully the rain stops on the weekends. No more rain on the weekends. So thank you all.
Okay, legislation. Basically, in legislation, Friday, we will be going over not only legislation, but we'll be talking about monies as well. So it should be interesting as to what's going on right now. So the next 2 meetings that we have. So I'll be flying up to Sacramento on Friday. We're going to be talking about that. Back in Washington, of course, everybody tried to make sure that we stayed cute to special ed as well. Cyber, lots of cyber things that were going on in space. There's quite a few things that we talked about, but trying to get it done is another thing altogether, especially in Washington. But hopefully we will get quite a bit done at the state level, where we can move things along to see what's happening. Try to push most of our grants to make sure that they are working and going to work. So Friday afternoon, we'll be talking about that. Membership comments. We're going to change up a little bit.
Why?
Yeah, I'm going to have the student.
It's alphabetical.
I'm going to have the student.
It's just like a seating,
No,
it's
I
like a
just
seating chart. You put them alphabetical. then you switch them.
You just want to be first. No, I just kidding.
Never been a problem.
No. Mr. Burrows, go on.
The
Go on.
alternate.
No, what I
The
was gonna
alternative
do-
to first is
You know what I was
who
gonna
remembers
do?
it.
I was going to do the student first. That's right.
He should be first.
Yeah, that's what
Put
I was
it
gonna do.
first.
We're going to do you first.
All right. And see, it's an A, so alphabetical
Yeah,
is
see?
perfect too.
That's why. It's an A.
Well, thank you so much. First of all, thank you so much for giving me so many compliments to my school for being the distinguished school.
Oh, yeah.
I've been there since 7th grade, and it's been really fun being at the school. It's like I know everything about that school now. And now I'm leaving that school in like a couple
Oh.
months. I'm graduating. Kind of sad.
Yeah,
But
sad,
yeah, thank you so much for all that.
Is this your last board meeting, or do you have one
No, I
more?
have one more, I think.
You have one more meeting?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right?
You can speak at graduation.
Yeah. One more meeting?
Yeah. It's even more sad. I can't see you guys.
Yeah.
I'll definitely come back though. Every time I come back, I'll come on the meetings and see you guys.
So what school are you going to?
UC Riverside. I committed to
Riverside.
there, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Riverside.
Yes.
Perfect.
Oh, that's where I went.
But I do want to talk about how they were talking about school timing being moved forward. As a student, I think it is a good thing that we. It is not a good thing that we have our timing at like 8:30 right now, because I think most of the students like they either do athletics or they have work or something, and they want to go to sleep more often at home too. So like the timing being less, they get way less time to do stuff. And like I talked to a lot of my friends, and they were saying like it's better to waking up earlier morning and like having more time later on the day to do work. Even if you want to go to sleep after school, you'll have more time at late night to do work. Sometimes if you have work at school, we almost go to sleep like at 12 or 1 because we don't have enough time to do all the things because we have work, we have athletes, athletic stuff, and maybe some people like do volunteering work too. So in my opinion, I think starting school at 7:30 or maybe around 8 would be much better than starting at 8:30. And then it's been a pretty rough week for all of us. State testing for us seniors, we had to deal with the senior presentation. Like one of them were
Right,
saying.
at you, yeah.
Yeah, we've been working on that for almost like 2-3 weeks now, and that's why I'm dressed up so nice today because it was senior presentation.
Because you
I
had to do a
present
presentation,
too.
uh-huh.
It was a really good presentation, but stress is gone. There's not any more seniors things that I have to deal with. I could walk off the stage easily. Hopefully.
Yeah. How'd you find the test?
The test?
Mm-hmm.
The state test?
Yeah,
The
the
state
one you
test-
took.
State test, when I took it at 8th grade, it was a little bit harder, but I think it got harder during the junior year level. I feel like for science department, you have to know a little bit more.
A little more?
Yeah, a little more. But I think it was understandable, but I feel like it should be a little bit easier than it already is. Like, there's some stuff that, like, we learned, like, a long time ago, and, like, we really have to think about every single thing we learn. So
You have to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's pretty good overall.
Overall.
But if I do want to talk about the math state test, I think it does ask about like a lot more stuff than we like learn. Like if you're taking it as a junior, they're asking you question at a senior level class. Like for example, if you're taking AP Calc A, B, and BC in senior or in senior year, you're getting those type of math questions asked in junior year, and some people doesn't know that.
Oh.
So that might be a problem, but obviously people do study. Some people do go through pretty easily. But the maturity, I think they do have some problem with that.
With the math.
Yes. But overall, I think it's pretty good. I think the mark is really good. Right, Mr. Coles? You think?
Right, Mr. Coles?
But aren't you supposed to want knowing all this? But yeah, that's going to be it for you. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right, now, Mr. Barrios. B for Barrios.
Okay.
B.
Okay, first thing, I'd like to thank Lorea for these cool hats.
Yeah.
And that will go in the collection with the other schools, so I can wear the appropriate thing at each site, all right? And on a down note, I have to mention this, okay, for people that hadn't heard, longtime teacher and coach in the district, Bill Henderson, who was at Hook when he was in this part of the district. He was at Apple Valley before. But he passed away last week, and you know, I was just gonna say it's kind of tough seeing somebody, you know, especially a friend and colleague, you know, go away like this. And he devoted his life to kids, coaching, teaching, things like that. So it was really kind of bad news to hear that last week. Now back on an up note, okay. I'd like to thank Hook for the cool bracelets, okay. I'll try not to break it, because I break everything. That's why I have a plastic watch. All right. And it's nice to see negotiations are going well, and generally speaking, people are getting along, you know, VVTA, CSEA, admin, and I haven't heard any grumblings, or I'm not getting those nasty phone calls about what's wrong with them. I said, hey, it's great. It's perfect. All right. And last but not least, we are in the home stretch. For those of you that don't know, all right, we have testing, graduation. So in other words, there's not much time to do any teaching this time of year, to be quite honest about it, because you're doing testing. So we will get through it, guys. And again, we're almost to, I won't even say June anymore. We're almost at the end of May. All right, and that's it.
Okay. Mr. Crosby? C.
C. Well, we have A, B, C, D, E, and then
C.
Rosie, you mess us up, you jump to the
No,
H. But anyhow.
he's going before me.
Anyhow, first of all, I'd like to thank Ms. Moore and Mr. McEachran. They're gone, but thanks for coming and congratulating our district on the accomplishments and all. And I know that you'll get together with Ms. Bell regarding her son. Appreciate that. And Reed, he's gone, but thank Reed. You know, as union leaders and stuff, we sometimes you have disagreement, and that's what life's about. But we do appreciate hearing from all groups. We want to know and hear from people and go from there. Students did a wonderful job tonight. First of all, I'd like to comment on the enrollment fair. We had a wonderful thing that's about a month ago, and that was fantastic. I was able to go to the Sims and UP WASC visits. They were great, and unfortunately, the readouts were at the same time, and I couldn't go to one, so I went to Sims. I didn't get to go to UP, but that was great. We had a luncheon with Victor Valley College and the NAACP to further the plan for our African American students, and I really appreciate that kind of connection and tie-in with various entities that we have here. I had an illuminating visit to Hook Junior High. That was great. Got to tour that school. I also got to serve at the DO luncheon. Tanya allowed me to do that, so I appreciate that. We were able to go to the NSBA conference in New Orleans, and we had three fascinating. And I'm going to make you all jealous, so you're going to be jealous of me now. We had three speakers. One, Ruby Bridges. And I don't know if you know, but most people do know Ruby Bridges, but she was the young lady who was the first African American to integrate in Louisiana. And she was 6 years old. And I talked to my wife about it, and I don't know that I'd have the courage to do that. Not to my 6-year-old boy, no problem. You go up, you get beat up, you get spit on, that's different. I'm a sexist, I guess, but my daughter, oh no, that would be tough for me. And her parents finally agreed to do it, and she did, and they have that beautiful cover by Norman Rockwell, and stuff. We got to hear her. And by the way, she's 2 years younger than me. So when you go through that, you see the changes I've seen through my lifetime. She's younger than I am. Timothy Shriver gave a beautiful talk on how to seek to solve problems instead of trying to get more likes on your I don't even know what you do on the likes, but whatever those Facebook, thank you. Okay, on those things, but try to solve problems. And I think we're finding that now, and we're working together with the unions and everything, to do that, to actually solve problems. And then the last speaker we got to hear was Richard Montaner, and if you've ever had Flaming Hot, he's the one that came up with that, and he's a showman. It was fantastic, but he did that, so really was able to hit that. Larea, thanks for the cap, appreciate that. Victor, thanks for the cup with my name on it, or whatever that's called. I appreciate that. That will get used, and for the bracelet, appreciate all that. Some wonderful things tonight, and all the invites. We'll try to go to many as I possibly can on that. It's nice to hear about the testing procedures, the HBCU tour. That was, we're just so excited about things like that. Congratulations, UP, for distinguished school. Hook Junior for your the friendship bracelets, stuff like that. Options for Youth. Congratulations to them on planting 200 trees. That's impressive to me. That's more stuff like that needs to be done. The Abrar, as always, it's a pleasure working with you. I asked if we're going to have another time, so it has been a great pleasure, but I'll continue to work with you, and it's been my honor to see you and hear from you and discuss things with you.
Thank you.
So got one more time with you, though, so that's good. And then the most important thing, and all these things are so important, but the most important thing was a little over a week ago, I became a grandpa again, so. My baby girl just had a baby girl, so I'm so excited about that. But thank everybody, and thanks for staying here tonight. So, thank you.
Okay. Penny.
Okay. Well, in addition to the blue shirt classified employees and the red shirt certificated employees, I want to celebrate and honor our administrators for all of the hard work you do, whether it's district or site level, because you helm the ship that keeps everything going. We appreciate our administrators as well. I want to thank Abron for all your time, and if you can convey to your fellow students how much we appreciate not just UP, but all of our students. And I know you shared with me it's kind of a bittersweet time because you're about to graduate. You're leaving one life behind, but you're getting another one. We are so proud of you and all of our seniors. We can't wait to hand you diplomas. So thank you for all your hard work. Heather Conkle, Are you there? Thank you so much for the idea that we have to increase the motivation for testing. I think that's brilliant. I also want to thank you for the Willy Wonka Jr. play. I know that my grade level is anxious to come see it. It's fortunate that we're able to come during the daytime, so thank you for putting that on then. We're bringing all of our fourth graders. They're really excited, as we are as well. So thank you. And then for our water bottles, I'd like to thank Rick Garcia at Victor High because he's the one, his students made them in our CTE class. So if that can be relayed to Rick, I'd appreciate that. And thank everyone for being here. We appreciate all of you.
Okay, Mr. Knuckles.
Yeah, first I'd like to thank everybody for being here tonight, especially those of you that stuck around till the end. It's always nice to still have a crowd before we adjourn. I also want to thank the folks watching on YouTube. I know they're out there. I want to thank our ASB students from our schools for their presentations. It's always nice to hear what's going on at our schools, and it's always nice to hear from the students themselves. It's a great honor to have them here. I had the opportunity to attend Superintendent Cole's Student Advisory Committee meeting on April the 10th, and that's always enjoyable. The students there, they don't hesitate to tell you what's going on at the schools, what they need fixed, and what they think is going right.
It's called they spill the tea.
Yeah. And I want to thank committee members Tyler, Kim, and Ellison wasn't here, but from Sims for their excellent committee report. I was able to attend the High Desert Chamber of Commerce breakfast meeting along with Carl and Barbara. Mr. Alejandro was our guest speaker, but the highlight of the whole thing was they presented 25 scholarships to various students from our High Desert schools. Congratulations to Emily Lucero from University Prep and Jaylene Cardona from Options for Youth for their scholarships. I attended the second annual VIP Track and Field Day at Adelanto High School last Thursday. I want to thank Ms. Purcell and Adelanto High School adaptive PE teacher Mike LaBrosse, as well as everybody else that was involved with the event. It was very successful, and it was certainly very inspiring. Thanks also to our district schools, including Silverado, Victor Valley, Sims, Hook, and University Prep that participated and had their athletes there at this event. I'm sure next year will be even better. It was a great day. The kids, the athletes were amazing. You watch them and you just shake your head and say, "Cripes, I couldn't do what they do." But it was a great experience, and it was nice to see the staff from all the schools there, as well as the parents. It was an outstanding event. I had the opportunity with fellow board member Kent to cook lunch for our district personnel on March 22nd. After district personnel returned from being bused to various locations, school locations, so they could see how their counterparts spent their day, their work day. It was a fun gathering, and I was glad to be a small part of the event. And lastly, I want to thank Carl, Dr. Yee, and Dr. Jackson on their excellent presentation they did at NSBA conference on our Heritage program. Their presentation was very well attended, and most of the attendees were very surprised that this type of program had been implemented in our district, as well as how successful it has proven to be. It was an outstanding conference. I was glad to be able to spend some time with with Mike and Tanya. It's always good to meet just away from here and just get to know them all on a personal basis, and I really thoroughly enjoyed that. It was a great conference, and they had some excellent seminars. And again, thank everyone for attending tonight, and enjoy the rest of your month. Oh, one last thing. Every time I come into Victorville and drive by, I always make it a point to drive by Victor Valley High School, because I keep checking on the progress they're doing on the side there. wow, it looks great. It's just going to be, it's going to be outstanding when they complete it. And they're doing a great job over there, Chris. Thank you.
Well, I can tell you that I get a lot of questions. What are they building now? What's happening to our school? And are they tearing it down? Or are they, it's a constancy. But that school is considered like the traditional gem of the desert. So it isn't just people from Victorville talking about it. It's like Apple Valley, people that I went to school with, and people in Lucerne. They're saying, what's happening to Victor Valley? And it is for the first time, they really like that idea. They didn't like the green at first. When they put the green up there, the light green, oh my God.
That was terrible.
I must have got bombarded. We don't have that kind of green color, So, but I said, it'll be great. It'll be just like the green that you didn't like at first, but they got used to that. But I just want to thank everybody for being here and staying here this long tonight. I know it's a long haul. Thanks for the hat. I really like that. In fact, we all like this. And particularly the jar that we have from Victor Valley High School. And I want to thank the students that came. Look at how many of our students show up. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I really like that idea of seeing the students come and also having our student that's here as well, because then we get a feel for what's really going on out there in what we call the real world, their world. And I also want to, I took a little tour on a bus not long ago with the cabinet, the group, and that was a great little spin and a trip. It kind of gives you the sense of, particularly a person like myself who's in a room with guys that are making decisions. What should we do for education? How should we handle education? And who's the latest person that's in politics today that wants to give certain things? Late times, quick times, whatever it is. And those people are not in a classroom. They are not near schools, but they make decisions for you whether they're going to pass within the education, committees that we have, that they have, and they're sitting on, and yet they don't even have a clue at times. And a lot of times it has to be somebody there that tells them, hey, that's not true, that doesn't happen, or this doesn't happen. And so it's very important that that they know what kids are thinking, so that they understand we're not just here in a school system, we're here to educate the next group of American kids that's going to be vital, just like you are today. So the lady that came today with the Pacers, she'll go back and tell all the rest of the people in all the other 1,000 districts that what we're doing and how we're doing and the things that we are doing. And we're very unusual in the fact that Victor Valley has some very unique programs that other districts do not have. Not only do they do not have them, some of them are not working well in their district. And we're very fortunate. Distinguished school, they didn't even have to put in an application this year. I don't know if you know that or not. They already had them set up to make sure that they were acknowledged as a distinguished school. Hook, when I walked on the campus, it still reminds me of when I went to school there. But that was like a year after it was built. That is a lot of years ago. A year after it was built.
That's just a couple.
The only thing I didn't have was my locker. And the locker number, that my combination, that I even remembered that as far as going there. This is cute, very cute. In Washington, a lot of those people have no clue as to what's happening with us, but hopefully we can get some monies that can come to us to help us with different things. They're gonna give us a little more money in special ed. So that's a good thing. That is a horrible area, but it's a good thing. And on Friday, we will be talking about making sure these grants are honored, making sure that everything is done so that we can get our monies. One of the things is I always try to make sure that Victor Valley High School gets everything that it can possibly get, whatever is out there. It can come our way, whether it's through the county, through the state, or the federal. Whatever grant we can get. So I work very hard, and I've been doing it a long time, to make sure that everything comes our way. Hopefully we will get our grants and everything that we put in for.
Amen.
Yeah, so we can be right on top of everything. Right. And everything else, ditto everybody else, everything that everybody else has done. I was really afraid. They sent a little memo out after I left Washington about COVID, and I went, oh my God. And was I sick?
Oh, you?
Yeah, I was like,
you were
oh
past
my
sick.
God. I was like, oh my goodness. Am I going to have that? I've never had it, guys. So I
It
was.
was COVID, but you were sick.
Yeah, I was
Definitely.
sick. Yeah, definitely was sick. But I was just want to thank everybody for being here today and tonight, and hearing what everybody is doing in their organizations as well. I'm glad that you surveyed people, because that way you get a feel for where we are with them as well, as not only our students but also our units as well. Did we also do the cabinet as well? Did we survey the cabinet? Carl, did we do that?
No, I mean,
We will?
it's all conversational about it right
Yeah.
now, which is, it's the same thing. It's, right now, I think the issue is, it continues to be the students leaving so late.
Oh,
to
good.
schools, and so,
Yeah.
we've heard from both schools about the darkness and the kids walking home. There's not sidewalks. We don't transport students athletic,
Well,
after
you know,
the game,
he's running for Congress. So because he's running for Congress, and he's moved over to another level. We're hoping
Matt
to.
Portantino's running for Congress.
Yeah,
I'm not running for Congress.
We are moving another bill anyway. We're moving another bill through the House, through the Assembly and the Senate. So we're going to try to redo that whole world a little bit here. Okay, Carl.
Could I just add one
yes.
last thing? I just wanted to thank everybody for the hat and the bracelet, and especially
it's cute.
The cup.
Yeah.
Every third Saturday, I attend a luncheon with some Victor Valley alumni. It's called the Gray Hairs Luncheon.
Old timers.
Yeah. So
Hey, we're gonna join you guys.
We go back a long way, and every time I go there, I always take something new from Victor Valley. It just really irritates them, because I show up with something new from Victor Valley High School.
So when are you doing that?
Every third Saturday at the.
I think I'll come.
We got a
if I'm
Hesperian.
here. Yeah.
Yeah. We have class of 60, 61,
Yeah,
62,
you guys all meet,
63.
yeah.
We meet in one section, then there's another class from the 70s that meets at another section. We don't intermingle.
Whoa.
That's the young ones, right?
Yeah, they're the young ones.
Oh, they're the young ones. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Cole, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Ditto to a lot that was said. I think just coming up, some of the events that we have. And just to piggyback, I mean, the VIP Olympic competition that we had at Atlanta was hands down one of the most inspirational things I've ever been to. Watching a group of students who normally don't get a chance to compete. I, doing this a long time, and things you walk away with pretty inspirational. That was it. When you look at what we're trying to accomplish here to make this a district for every single person, watching students,
Any student.
who be able to compete, who normally wouldn't even get the opportunity, was hands down one of the best things I've witnessed too. Same thing, VIP prom's coming up next Thursday from 10 to 1. Everybody's invited. Would love to be able to see that. Another one of the inspirational things. And it's a great opportunity. I have now been challenged with one of the students on a dance-off. And so just to let you know, I will win. Saturday, several of our students are going to be in the contest for the attendance award to win a car. So good luck to all of our students who will be competing on Saturday at the fairgrounds. Hope to be able to honor a student with the car. Again, we've been able to recognize the Victor Valley Motors for what they do. Again, they give 2 cars away, pay the taxes, pay the registrations. What a great opportunity to incentivize our students. And as you heard, state testing is on the way. I'm glad that people feel like I'm nervous because I might be a little bit. But, you really believe in process and product. And when I think about process and product, none of us can ever guarantee the outcome. But what we can guarantee is how hard we're going to work. We're going to guarantee that we're going to do the very best we can and focus and have a really keen focus on what we're doing. And I can't be more proud of the work that's taking place in the classroom. The support that takes place for that to happen is phenomenal. One more shout out for somebody who prefers to do most of the work behind the scenes, but the people who do the work behind the scenes are very much the people who make it happen for on the stage. But Tanya, I'd like to recognize you and congratulate you on being the CSCA Member of the Year, not just for here, but for the state of California. She will be on. We have a videographer coming next month, which will capture some moments for the work, and then it'll be presented during the CSEA conference in San Jose later in July, and look forward to attending that with her as well. And so, Tanya, too bad you're on the front of the stage. Congratulations again. It well deserved. And that's it.
So Tanya, you didn't even tell us, huh? What's up with you? Congratulations. Huh? Wow, that is amazing. Okay, no more closed session?
Nope, we're good.
I would like to make a motion, now tell me if I'm right, Rosie. I would like to make a motion that we adjourn the meeting. Was that good?
I'll second it.
And he seconded it.
Good job.
All right, discussion? Aye. And vote.
Aye.